So, pirates, we thought today we'd talk about the true meaning of Christmas.
Yar, Christmas, I loves Christmas. I know all about Christmas. Christmas is all about Santa Claus, let me tell you.
On Christmas Eve, Santa, who's a right salty, jolly old elf, lands on people's roofs and hops out of his sleigh, grabs a nice present, and loads the booty down the chimney with the call of, "Ho, ho, ho, look out below!" And then he hops back in his sleigh and he's off to the next house. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. And then, after Santa's delivered all his booty, the reindeer hook him up to the sleigh. And then they go off to deliver hay to all the good little reindeer and forest creatures. Ho, 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 ho.
Yard, that's a fine tale, but that's not what Christmas 'tis really about. Christmas 'tis about the birth of the ducks. You see, long ago, a baby was born to Mary, and then a shepherd and all his sheep arrived, along with a bunch of kings, and they all brought presents, and so after that, we all celebrate Christmas with ducks and presents. Go Beavers. Wow, those were some great stories, but let's go to the scriptures for what Christmas is really about.
In the days of King Herod, the king of Judea, there lived a virgin named Mary, and she was engaged to be married to a nice man named Joseph, who was of the house of David. But then one day an angel came unto her and said, "Hail, thou that art highly favored, the Lord is with thee, blessed art thou among women." And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, "Fear not, Mary, for thou art found favor with God. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus." Now, Mary was a good person, and she thought, wow, this is amazing. And so, of course, then Joseph came along and said, "Hey, we're not married yet. You can't have a kid." He said, "But it's a miracle." "Oh, well, all right." So then the time came for them to be taxed. So Joseph took Mary, and they headed off to Bethlehem. So Joseph and Mary arrived in Bethlehem, and the city had gotten quite crowded because it was tax season. So they came to the inn. "Who's there?" "Oh, hi, sorry, we're all full. You'll have to move on." "Oh, but wait, my wife is very pregnant." "Oh, well, that's not so good. Well, go check over in the manger. There might be some room over in the stables. See ya." And so that night it came time for Mary to have her baby, and the baby Jesus was born. And she wrapped him up in swaddling clothes, which are nice white things, and she placed him in a manger, which is the softest thing they had. And that night a star appeared up in the heavens to guide people to where he was. And that same night, shepherds were out minding their flocks. Ba ba, ba ba. And as they did so, suddenly a light appeared, and an angel. They said, "Hark, the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn king. You gotta come see the new baby Jesus." And they were all excited and headed off. Woo, here we go. And just as the angel told them, they came and they found the baby Jesus lying in a manger, wrapped in swaddling clothes. And later, while Jesus was still young, wise men came from the east seeking him, and they brought presents of gold and frankincense and myrrh, which were all very valuable things.
Yar, that 'tis beautiful. Aye, 'tis much more meaningful than anything about Santa Claus or whatever.
Well, just don't forget that the spirit of Christmas is about giving, and Santa Claus represents that for us. Yeah, and giving gifts and loving each other is what Jesus' message was about. He wants us to love one another and to be like him. So that's why we study his life.
Aye, 'tis a good story. Thank you for sharing that with us, elders.